It's 101.1 The Wiz, DJ Easy. I'm in the building, 513 Heat. We got a very, very special guest in the building.
Banks Benjamin, we here with it.
Yes, sir. Banks Benjamin is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, I appreciate you pulling up on us.
Hey, I appreciate you for inviting me for sure.
Listen, I'm excited to just get to have this conversation with you. Avondale, Price Hill guy, correct?
Yep. Both sides of the city, all around this bitch. Avondale race for sure.
Yes, sir. Talk about it. What's the west side and being on the east side? Talk about the roots.
That kind of for real, shit like that, it made me be like not too biased on one side of town when it come to shit. Like I'm from where I'm from and I stand on all of that for sure. But growing up on both sides of this shit, I kind of met a whole lot of people and seeing the city from both sides of this shit for real. So it kind of made me like a well-rounded person when it comes to a lot of shit, and it make me understand a lot of shit all around the city too, besides just being, like I said, biased to one thing. So that shit, it also give me hella stories and a whole lot of upbringing, so that's what come in with hella shit I got to talk about and all of that when it comes to music and everything too.
Now, which side do you like better? Do you like the west side or the east side better?
East side for sure.
Love to hear that.
East side.
Love to hear that. My guy.
East side,
right
we
there.
got everything on the east side. I love the weather, we got everything on the east side.
No, that's facts. Talk about the east side and the west side. How has that shaped your artistic view in music?
Let me see, because I got a whole lot of stories from the west side, and it's a lot of challenges I done had over there, but east side is where I get more like a home feel and everything, so all of that shit played a part in the music, so I could just talk about it in generally with my life, and it's like pieces coming in from both sides all together, so for real, that shit I'll play a big part when it comes to it for sure.
Well, talk about that. Balancing life and balancing music. Are you full-time music?
I'm trying to be.
Okay.
Mainly, I am for real. I actually am. I just don't think of it sometimes because people look at like full-time music like you in the studio every day.
Facts.
I might not be in the studio, but I'm still music shit every day. But life crazy. It's a whole lot of shit going on.
You've been dropping music for a while now, correct? I first got note of you when I was in high school, 10K Band Boys, just delivering on music and just shaping your sound over all of these years. How is that shaping your sound?
It done made my sound change a lot too, so it's shaping it real good because it's a whole lot of shit I learned behind the music from back then to now. So it went from having fun with this shit to having fun and then blending in being serious and having like goals with certain types of songs and shit like that. So when you mix the fun into it, shit, it make this shit lit.
What's the most that you've learned from that time being a member of 10K Band Boys to now, Banks Benjamin?
For one, consistency myself and taking stuff serious. Because one thing when you with a group, it was like we could be consistent even if it's other people that's doing stuff and I ain't doing nothing. But then when it comes down to now, it showed me how much consistency I would have had to have still being in a group and being an individual. So that helped with that too. And then, shit, having my own sound.
Yeah.
Like just keeping my own sound. Like it don't matter who you with, who you around, or what you doing, sound like you.
Well, I don't think that was ever an issue for you specifically, and the guys that you were with. You guys all always had your own sound and always were making your own music.
Hell yeah, I love that. That's what I think that's probably what turned us up too for sure.
Yeah.
Every time you heard a song drop and it said 10K Band Boys, you couldn't never guess what kind of song it is. It might be me coming with some hard shit, no feature on that motherfucker. Might be Mills, Tay D and them coming with some shit, auto-tune with a whole feel to it, Benz coming in with shit. Like it was all types of different sounds, and we used to collide them motherfuckers in the studio and then let that shit out. So I ain't like we had the whole wave for real.
Now, when did you decide to go from 10K Banks to Banks Benjamin?
This was around like 2015 or 16.
Yeah.
There was a whole lot of shit going on, like controversy when it came down to like the group, the members in it, who got control over what, this, that, and the third. And it really felt like since I played like a big piece, it was like people was like, it was a person trying to like take so much credit just because they came like with the name and stuff. And I know what I bring to the table for real, like my own table for real. So it's like, you feel me? So once person talks so much that like I ain't need it, it's like, it ain't really you feel me? I'll just show you myself, so.
Now, I had a question for you. You really started dropping most of your main albums, Banks Benjamin's 2020, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You dropped a whole bunch of singles. You dropped singles like Old McDonald, No Love with Mondo.
Showing Love, yeah.
Showing Love with Mondo. You've also collaborated with different people in Avondale, like Lito the Plug.
Mm-hmm.
What does it take to get a Banks Benjamin feature?
For one, I collab with Lito, shout out my boy Bud.
Can't forget the collaboration
we got
project.
BSB and everybody, all of that going on. So yeah, but yeah, we gonna I'm about to collab with a lot of people in the city. I'm about to open up to get to collabing, but if for real take for you to be serious, because there'd be a lot of people that be reaching out talking about features, and it'd be like, I used to make it real easy, but now I don't even be wanting people to waste their time, and I don't waste mine either, because I take it serious. So for one, you got to be serious with your craft, as in you really working, and I'm talking about more than just going to the studio. You got to really be on rapper mode within yourself, like this what you want to do. Like I should see you posting more than me. If you feel like you want to get a feature with me and you want to show me, you should have more posts than me and be dropping more. Outwork me for real. You feel me?
Yeah.
They got to show me that. And take it serious. Like, I want to see you how your songs release. Don't come to me and you ain't got no songs out at all and trying to make this your first one. Like, you gotta have some work going on.
It's definitely important for people to build their own fan base out here.
Because we know a feature with me would definitely, like, help you out, and it would raise some awareness to your music and your sound and everything, but me being a real person, I wouldn't even want nobody to call that out as how your story went for real. So if you pop out, you end up getting signed, this, that, and the third. If you drop your own music first, ain't no way they can make your story like this only happen because of Banks. You feel me?
Absolutely.
So I just want everybody to do their own stuff too. And then I can't give you game when you come work with me if you ain't doing nothing for me to give game on. So once after this feature, I don't know how serious you about to still take this. You feel me? And I like music, so if I put something nice on your song, bro, take this serious so I can re-listen to it again. Or something.
So talk about your music from 2020. You had dropped the project Blame My Thoughts, and in 2024 you dropped Unheard Heart, the deluxe. Talk about just the change from 2020 to 2024.
I want to say 2020, that's probably still my best project out. And I ain't even released another, like, full mixtape, really, besides that. But the change came, like, I had so much energy and so much stuff to push out at that time, and I just got amped up. So that was one thing. And I also was a little hesitant on dropping other kind of music, too, because I was too focused on the certain sounds that I was around that people liked and stuff like that. And I wasn't really trying to venture off into other sounds at first. So by the time it made it up to 2024, I done already tested a lot of stuff and put stuff out probably on an accident light way and everything, and I done seen the feedback from it came back and let me know, like, take my other sounds serious too. So I done got into that, and right now I'm real versatile, like more than, Blame My Thoughts with the Showing Love, and it was like 1 or 2, maybe 3 like auto-tune melody type songs, but now you see that whole project, a lot of.
You messed around with the auto-tune song or the auto-tune here and there, but a whole project where you have a full auto-tune feel to it, and you're doing a lot of the singing on top of that. It really had a different feel to it.
And it's also like it been a lot of that, like, been held back. So from 2020 on to 2024, it been that same type of everything I'm feeling and everything I'm talking about in the music. All of that is piled up all the way up. So that's why it's called Unheard Heart. Yeah. So it's like you could have been heard these type of sounds and heard this vibe from me back then, but I wasn't ready to. I ain't know if y'all was ready for that. So now it's like, shit, it's unheard, but it's going to be heard now.
Which one do you like better? Do you like rapping on hard beats, or do you like giving a soft melodic vibe more?
I kind of want to say rap a little bit because I be feeling like I can't be fucked with in that. You know what I'm saying? So, but other than that, I'll go melodic maybe because it's a lot of stuff with that I can change up, and it's hard to sound like me or hard to compare my sound with somebody when I'm coming melodic versus, you know what I'm saying, these hard drill beats. You get 10 people coming here and they might not even talk like me, but with the same beat and same flow, you might not be able to tell us apart if you ain't paying attention.
Here's the thing that I like about Cincinnati, and I like about what you are doing and various others are doing for Cincinnati. We have those hard beats. We gonna give you hard rap. We're coming with the bars. But we also have that auto-tune vibe. We can come with these melodic raps and this melodic feel. I feel like as the city as a whole, that is a great sound for the city, and I think we should gravitate to it more.
Definitely, because that's the sound that picked up from a lot of places. Like outside of like Detroit and Chicago and drill areas, from all the other areas, from Florida to, you know what I'm saying, Atlanta and all of that, everything picked up off melodic sound. And then, they already had trap music, but the melodic sound is what, you feel me, reach out. Because like I said, we all could drop hard music on hard beats, but when you get into the melodic sound too and add that, I feel like I can't leave none of the audience out. So you never know what your mood be like. When you walk out of here, your mood might not be, you know what I'm saying, these hard-ass beats that's dropping. So it's like, if I ain't got nothing else, then when you walk out of here, it ain't too much of a possibility for you to listen to me when you get in your car.
I understand that.
But now when I drop everything, it's still something, a folder you can open up, and it might match that. Now when you wake up in the morning and you back to that, you feel me? You wasn't missing nothing from me. You was missing that kind of music, but you weren't missing nothing from me, though.
For the people who don't know Banks Benjamin, who is Banks Benjamin?
Banks Benjamin, he probably one of the realest niggas breathing. I could play. Oh, look. Nah, he a well-educated person, real trenched out, but you feel me? You gotta get up under the skin to see that. I'm probably one of the most motivational artists as well. I motivate the people listening. I motivate the people rapping out here too, and I try to push them to go harder than me. So I'm one of the people that make people think when it comes to regular life, the music business and everything. You get that shit out of all the music, and if you bump into me and everything, so it's really like a whole aura and whole energy and shit come from behind me. Like, and it'd be hard to describe for some people, but everybody love Banks.
You said that you had a lot of stories to tell in your music that you wanted to get into. You didn't want to speak too much about. How do you tell those stories in a way that you're not giving too much away?
That's actually one of the hardest things ever, trying to write music, because it'd be like I'm trying to talk about what I'm trying to talk about, but I can't talk about it in a way.
There's a fine line.
You feel me? The relatable people can read between the right lines to where it's like I'm speaking a different language to them, or you know what I'm saying, the right touches on it. And then sometimes it's a lot of stories that I just ain't been able to tell because it ain't really no beating around no bushes or no, it's just too obvious. And it's like I don't get into that. It don't matter if the music could turn up off of this or that, but it's just too lot of situations unsolved, a whole lot of situations that don't need to be spoke about outside of my neighborhood and all type of shit. So I'll leave it out of that shit. Fuck it.
2024, we got the deluxe album of Unhurt Heart. What can we expect from you going into 2025?
A whole lot more consistency. I've been lit lately, I ain't gonna lie. So a whole lot of collaborations, whole lot of content, videos dropping. We taking over the radios, we taking over the clubs. And I ain't gonna even just say me, that's why I say we. So as far as all the other artists in the city, I'm probably one of the ones that actually like support, interact, and rock with the most artists in the city. Like, if you got another one in here or you reached out to another one, ask them how many do they interact. And all the artists, I fuck with all of them. So I push all of them to go hard with this shit. So we taking all this shit over for Ohio, for the East Side, Midwest, all that.
Is there any people in the city that you haven't been able to do a feature with that you want to do a feature with?
Like, what do you mean? Like ain't been able to?
Just somebody that you haven't had the chance to work with that you do want to work with, but maybe things just haven't aligned up yet.
Okay, it's a few. For one, Bud, my little brother. So Exotic Boy Bud, my little brother. But
love that.
We be doing a lot outside of music too much. But sometimes we don't even be in no studio. But I got to work with him for sure. Skylar, we done had. I'm running to her all the time. We'd have been at studios and all that half the time. We probably don't even talk about music either. I want to say everybody for real, because I want everybody to work with everybody, but I started off with me working with everybody. But, you know, everybody that the city want to see me work with, everybody that the city love, we all need to collaborate anyway. So I really want to work with everybody.
It's all love in the 513, especially right here at 101.1 The Wiz. You know, the door is always open. The door is always open. We're moving the city. We're moving the culture forward. I just want you to know that, and I want to give you your flowers and let you know that you're moving the culture forward, and you're doing a lot for artists here in the city of Cincinnati. And you just being here and just being able to have a conversation with us is doing a lot for the city. I want you to know that, and I want you to keep killing.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And I appreciate y'all having me down here, too. You know, I'm be swinging back. You know, I'm tapped in, so I'm rocking with y'all.
I appreciate you. Banks Benjamin is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Open Door. I want to get into this single, though.
I love that one.
Talk about the single Open Door.
Cause that Open Door, for one, it'll throw you off. Because if you being hip to me from Old McDonald and all the other type of songs, you would hear this and you would think it'd be in like the same lane, but it ain't. So this one came, like, you know how people say from the heart? Like, this was one of them for real. I was in the studio and probably had some hard-ass beats, but I'm checking through my shit and I had some little melodic shit. I promise I had nothing wrote or none of that. I let that motherfucker play, and that shit just poured out, and it just, I don't know. The next day I listened to that motherfucker like 80 times, everybody that heard a little piece of it called me, made me send it to them and everything. So I really ain't know how much it'll hit everybody until I listen for the next couple of weeks. So now that it's out, that's probably one of my favorite songs. One of my favorite songs to show somebody right now if they even get introduced to me or something right now, to be honest.
It definitely has a different feel to it, a different vibe, and I just want to know what the vibe was for you when you were putting that together.
Like, it was, and I kind of was like spaced out, so I can't even remember or recall who was in the studio or who I was there or what was going on. I think I was in my own world sitting in front of the mic, literally in front of the mic, mumbling and like saying stuff, and then at some point I wasn't saying nothing. It was just all just pouring out into the notes.
Yeah.
And then I just let
Well,
it
you
out.
Definitely poured your heart out into the music. That's for sure.
And people don't even know. I don't even think it's like much auto tune on there.
No, not
like,
too much.
That's just raw for real.
We love it. We definitely love the track. Open Door right here on the radio. You're debuting this track, correct?
Yes, for sure.
Open Door. 101.1 The Wiz. Banks Benjamin is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Where can we find you on social media?
Type in Banks the Artist on everything. Banks the Artist. Banks the Artist. You see anybody putting the artist on their stuff, I don't care if it's A Boogie or I said I put that on my Instagram first. So Banks the Artist, type me in, you're going to find me on whatever.
They said Banks the Artist.
You feel me? Apple Music, Instagram, Twitter. I don't even be on Twitter, but if you type Banks the Artist in, it might pop up. Facebook, it should pop up. Christian Mingle, eHarmony, Black People Meet and shit.
All them socials. You feel me? If it's a social, Banks the Artist, he's there.
Yeah, for sure. We here with it.
DJ Easy, 101.1 The Wiz. This is the 513 Heat. We appreciate you being up here.
For sure. My boy.
Yes, sir.